Have you ever wanted to speak more than one language? Maybe you're dreaming of traveling the world and being able to communicate with anyone, anywhere. Or perhaps you want to connect with your heritage and speak with family members around the globe. But no matter your reason, the fact is learning a new language can be challenging. It requires commitment and dedication to master. In this video, we'll show you how to learn any language fast. And you can keep it for the rest of your life. So let's get started. So imagine this. You're sitting in your room looking at your computer screen trying to figure out how to say hello in Spanish. You search online and find several different ways to say it, but which one is correct? Do you need to use the formal hola when addressing an older person? Or is it okay to use the informal hi? As you continue your research, you start to feel overwhelmed by all the different rules and exceptions to the rules. Before you know it, you've spent hours trying to learn a single phrase. You might have tried learning a language before and felt discouraged when you couldn't make progress. Maybe you took classes or watched videos online, but no matter what you did, you couldn't seem to get any better. Well, the problem isn't that you're not smart enough or that you don't have the time. It's because you're approaching language learning the wrong way. Instead of focusing on having perfect grammar, you need to concentrate on learning useful phrases and practicing them every day. Let's take a look at some common ways that people try to learn a language and compare them to the Talkerian approach. The traditional method of learning a language involves spending years studying grammar rules and memorizing vocabulary lists. But this approach has several drawbacks. First, it takes a long time to see results. Second, it's difficult to remember all the rules. And third, it doesn't teach you how to actually use the language in real conversations. Language learning apps are another popular way to study a new language. Apps like Duolingo and Babbel offer interactive exercises that can help you practice your grammar and vocabulary skills. However, these apps also have their limitations. For example, they often present you with long lists of vocabulary words to memorize without giving you a chance to practice using them in context. Additionally, they usually focus on teaching you formal grammar rules rather than the more natural conversational style of communication. So what is the solution? The answer lies in two simple words: practice and immersion. By practicing consistently and immersing yourself in the language, you can become fluent much faster than with traditional methods. Let's see what that looks like. Here's our step-by-step guide to learning any language fast and keeping it for life. Core habit number 1, shadowing. The first step to learning any language is to start listening to native speakers and shadowing them word for word. This is a technique where you simply listen to a native speaker and repeat exactly what they say. It's a great way to improve your pronunciation and get a feel for the rhythm and flow of the language. To get started with shadowing, find a podcast, TV show, or YouTube video in your target language. Listen to it and try to imitate the speaker's pronunciation. You can do this by recording yourself while you listen, and then playing the recording back and comparing your pronunciation to the native speaker es. It may feel awkward at first, but the benefits of shadowing are immense. In addition to improving your pronunciation, shadowing helps you to internalize the sound of the language, making it easier to understand and speak. Plus, it's a great way to boost your confidence and get comfortable speaking the language. Core habit. Number 2, useful phrases. Learning some of the most useful phrases is a great way to start learning a new language. When you know some of the most common phrases, you can use them in different situations to communicate with native speakers. For example, if you're meeting someone for the first time, you can say, "Nice to meet you." If you want to order something at a restaurant, you can say, "I would like," or "Could I get?" Knowing some basic phrases will help you navigate everyday situations and make it easier to have conversations with others. Start with greetings and polite expressions, then move on to phrases for ordering food or asking for directions. You can also learn some common idioms and expressions to help you express yourself more naturally. Core habit number 3, daily routine. Consistency is key when learning a new language. Set a daily routine that works for you and stick to it as much as possible. A good place to start is by setting aside 15 minutes each morning to listen to and shadow a podcast in your target language. In the afternoon, practice 5 useful phrases you learned earlier. And in the evening, review what you learned during the day and record yourself speaking to see how you're progressing. This routine should help you make steady progress over time. It's important to be consistent with your studies and make language learning a part of your daily life. Core habit number 4, immersion. The more immersed you are in the language, the faster you will learn it. Try to surround yourself with the language as much as possible. Watch movies and TV shows in the language, listen to music or podcasts, and read books or articles. You can also try to find opportunities to speak the language with native speakers, such as through online language exchanges or conversation groups. The more you expose yourself to the language, the faster you will learn it. You can turn your environment into a classroom by changing the language settings on your phone and computer. You can also label objects around your house with their names in the target language. By taking these steps, you'll be able to immerse yourself in the language and make learning more effective. Core habit number 5, speak from day one. Speaking from day one is one of the most important things you can do when learning a new language. Don't wait until you feel like you're fluent to start speaking. Start speaking as soon as you know a few phrases. That way you'll get used to speaking the language quickly. Fluency doesn't happen overnight, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. The more you practice speaking, the better you'll become. There are many ways to practice speaking a language without actually finding a native speaker to converse with. You can practice with a friend, tutor, or even yourself. You can also practice by recording yourself while you speak. This way, you can listen back and identify areas that need improvement. It's normal to struggle when learning a language. Everyone makes mistakes, so don't be afraid to make yours. Some common struggles people face when learning a language include fear of speaking, skipping practice, and learning too many words. These are all understandable struggles, but it's important to overcome them in order to make progress. Fear of speaking is a common struggle, especially for beginners. The best way to overcome this fear is to start speaking as soon as possible, even if you only know a few phrases. The more you practice speaking, the better you'll become and the less afraid you'll be. Skipping practice is another common struggle. It's easy to get lazy and stop practicing, but this will only make it harder to learn the language. The key is to find ways to make practicing more fun and engaging. One way to do this is to focus on learning phrases instead of individual words. Learning phrases will help you communicate more effectively and make conversations more interesting. Learning too many words is also a common struggle. It's important to learn new words, but memorizing too many can be overwhelming and make it harder to learn the language. The trick is to focus on learning the most useful words first and then gradually add more as you need them. So there you have it. 5 core habits to learn any language fast and keep it for life. By following these simple steps, you can become fluent in no time. Remember, consistency is key. So don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. With practice and dedication, you can achieve fluency and unlock the power of communication in a new language. Don't forget to subscribe to Talkeria for daily English and language learning tips. Thanks for watching. Until next time, happy language learning.